Hello and welcome back to Serious Social. It's rather cold outside and it's been pretty miserable. We've just actually had Blue Monday, so it seems like it's about time to start talking about holidays again. So Katie, bookings are on the rise. Talk to us about holidays.
Travel bookings are on the rise just slightly this week, about 1% year on year. They actually were down 9% earlier on in January, so it's a wobbly start to January.
Okay.
I think city breaks and beach holidays are probably doing better than tour holidays. So now's the time that most holiday brands should be considering how they can accelerate the move to bookings.
Okay, so they were on a kind of decrease and now they're on the rise again. Like you say, it's a bit of a wobbly time for travel companies. How can social media play a part?
Well, interesting enough, social allows you to get to see why there's been that change.
Okay.
And there is lots of opportunity right now in social where a lot of travel brands are still being quite generic with their posts to look at where those opportunities are to accelerate the point from being interested in going on holiday and going on holiday. I have to take these glasses off because they're making my eyes go a bit cross-eyed.
So we know from a lot of the research that you've been doing recently, so we'll come on to that in a minute. We know that social media can motivate purchases. So let's talk a little bit about how social media can impact travel purchases.
So from a purchase point of view, you can actually begin to plot quite easily in social the journey that somebody takes. If you use something like the McKinsey Loop, so the McKinsey Loop says people kind of follow a pathway from initial consideration to active evaluation. Where shall I go? Who recommends going on this holiday? Can somebody pick a hotel for me? That kind of thing. That's your active evaluation through to purchase, through to post-purchase. The really interesting bit is looking at that first part, the initial consideration through to active evaluation, because what you're trying to do in this peak period for the travel industry is compress it and make it happen faster. So you want people to be interested, to make a decision, make a purchase. That's kind of where we're getting to. What you don't want them doing is forever going, I wish I was on a holiday, and not doing anything about it. So we want to help and inspire in the first instance. And what you see is that in social, those conversations can be mapped out. So in terms of sales, you see the initial consideration. I think it's around 22% of conversations are sitting around initial consideration, a little bit less, about 18% active evaluation. So what you're able to do is see where those are and where people then shout out about the fact they've bought a holiday, and you're able to use that to identify where you need to put the post and the messaging and the motivations to purchase into that so that you can make things happen faster.
Okay. So it's all about the funnel really, and kind of identifying which points you need to nurture the customers. So we know that social absolutely can drive purchases and sales. How can brands go about driving that goal?
That's really, the reason why that's a good question is still, we've been banging on about travel and social for a while, but still that this market can be quite generic. A lot of discounts and offers are thrown out, and a lot of very blue pictures showing sea and skies
Sky and sand.
and sand. Well,
yeah.
not blue sand, but but sand. And I think that that's the kind of the mistake, because it's very hard to push someone beyond this is a destination. So what we're trying to do is push people a little bit further. For instance, when you look at posts where people talk about holidays, they quite often include other people in that. So what's really interesting right now is we see a big spike in the amount of times people talk about going on holiday with their families. So from a brand perspective, talking more about family holidays or having more family visuals is going to be important. About 66% of all conversations that mention somebody else mention families. About 27% mention friends. So you can see the slight difference in the numbers. But what's even more interesting is when you start to drill into that, you see different preferences. So 22% of those that talk about going on holiday with their friends talk about food.
Right, okay.
And I think it's 14% for families. So if you were targeting beach holidays at friends who are trying to organise group holidays, then you might put quite a few posts about food and restaurants or the
Right.
local cuisine, so that you're now targeting someone with something that matters to them, the things that are important to them, and that's likely to help them move and motivate faster through social.
Okay, that's really interesting. So that's a little bit about how we can deliver impact and how we really need to focus on whereabouts the customers are in their journey, really.
Yeah.
And that's how you can nurture them using social media. So thank you very much for watching our Serious Social today, talking about holidays. If you are interested in travel and social media, absolutely head over to our social media channels. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter and LinkedIn. And there you will find a link to download our travel report. If you're new here, you can follow all our latest Serious Socials on YouTube or follow the hashtag Serious Social. Thanks again.